The title of this video, you just know, man. But it's part of the game. It's just part of business, baby. It really is part of business. So I really started to, trade with prop firms since last year. It was last year. It was 2022. My Forex funds, if you know, you know. I started with Forex. Damn. Started getting fishy, right? All these brokers, MetaTrader going down, FTMO banning U.S. citizens. It's just really bad, for Forex trading, just closing doors. I mean, sooner or later it was gonna happen. I mean, all of this was good and bad at the same time. It just depends what perspective you're looking at. For traders, we're taking advantage of the high leverage off these brokers, off these offshore brokers. But a lot of other people were taking advantage of it in a way of scamming people, getting money from them, right? Promising these fake returns and all this stuff. So I decided, you know what? It's time to transition out from the Forex markets, right? A lot of people like to say it's Forex, but it's really just CFD trading. CFD trading is not legal in the US, so I decided to just switch over to futures, man. Like, there's a lot of dramas with prop firms, a lot of drama with MetaTrader, right? So I decided, you know what, it's just time to switch over to trading futures. Futures is really just contract-based trading. So instead of using lot size, you're using contracts. So when I was using MetaTrader, I was using Magic Keys, and Magic Keys is a risk management tool that was calculating my lot size based off percentage-wise, right? Or even calculating a certain trade for me before I even place a trade, or using a fixed lot size and knowing what I'm gonna be risking in, or even like profiting off this one trade. So that risk management tool, Magic Keys, man, I used it for like a year or two, and it came in handy. So I like how TradingView has the risk management tool. But it did take a while for me to pretty much get the hang of trading those contracts. So I'm still pretty new with, futures trading, and as well as me just chipping away, right, with my strategy. I feel like since I came from the Forex market, offshore brokers, high leverage, right, I was so used to just risking medium high, making a lot of profit with a small account, very small account, right? And my strategy was different. And this was way before pandemic started. So once market conditions changed, I just feel like I need to change my strategy. So I did. I look at the markets, still pretty much the same. I added a few, little flavor for my strategy to be a lot more congruent with the market currently, market trend. So now I just really focus on scalping, just get my money and get out. That's what I've been trading since November of last year. I was practicing my scalping strategy, and that's how I got funded with my FTMO. So I stuck with it, and that same strategy I used with Topstep, and I got funded with a 150K account. But man, March was a terrible month. I was just sticking to NASDAQ because off my data that I was, getting from journaling all my trades from these past few months, NASDAQ has always been my profitable winner. NASDAQ is bae, like, for sure. But NASDAQ is only bae when it's trending. When it's choppy, ranging and stuff like that, like, price action is just ugly. And when I'm on charts and I don't see something right away, then I get turned off, and I want to go trade something else. So I get into commodities, right? I look at crude oil, I look at gold, So in March, right, I lost my 150K funded. Then I started resetting. I probably reset it like at least maybe a good 5 times, to be honest. And I lost a lot. I kept losing those accounts, man. I went on the tilt. Like, what? How was I able to get funded with FTMO? Whole different platform, whole different, right? Like, and Topstep, I was able to get funded right away. I think I got funded in a week. I'll show my results. And man, I was so stoked because I was just like, damn, like I finally found a way to just be consistent, being consistently profitable. But I need to understand that one bad month is gonna come, right? That bad month is gonna come. But I really started to articulate my thoughts and see where I went wrong. And one of the reasons why I went wrong was because I was just so high. I was like that euphoric feeling, so high of just winning all these trades, getting funded back to back, and I was just like, man, like I'm getting so fucking good at trading now. Like it's becoming second nature. It's so easy to just be profitable, get funded. And once March came around, I was just like, yo, what the fuck? What the fuck's going on? And I had to zoom out, right? I had to zoom out of the charts. And I realized we're in a range. And I was just like, yo, NASDAQ is ranging. I mean, January and February, it was breaking out, reaching higher highs. But March, it was just ranging. And I was just so used to just, placing a trade, right? Buys, boom, just up, high RR, high win rate, everything great. Then, fuck, man, March came around and just humbled me and made me realize, like, okay, like, when the markets are ranging, we gotta change our approach, meaning we gotta, like, not hold trades too long, right? And I just been thinking, like, okay, what went right? My strategy was right. My approach to the markets was right. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. In January, I was risking less, and I was just, I was moving and growing with the markets. And once I got funded with FTMO, with Topstep, I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere. And I stuck to that same strategy of just buying and holding higher RR. Once it started to reverse on me, I would just close the profit. Man, March was just brutal. So after taking a step back from it, understanding what went right, I need to realize what went wrong. And that's when I realized, like, okay, ranging markets, I gotta approach it very differently. I gotta get that 101, 1 or 2, and that's it, call it a day. And in April, I got funded again, but I just felt like I was nerve-wracking, right? Like, I was under a lot of pressure. I was stressing out. Like, yo, like, what am I doing wrong? And I realized, like, okay, just because I had a good month doesn't make me I'm a great trader. And just because I had a bad month doesn't mean I'm a bad trader. It's like saying, just because you don't feel creative doesn't mean that you're not creative, right? It's just a practice. I like to practice having a stoic mind, because why would you want anything to get you out of character or get you on a like emotional tilt? Life is gonna throw you curveballs, and that's just like life is. Life is gonna throw you throwballs, and life is gonna throw you curveballs, and all you have to do is just manage how you react to it. I've been like a mad scientist, formulating. All right, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do next time around? I started diving into a lot of like more trading books, more trading psychology. I've been reading Best Loser Wins by Tom Hugard. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And that book really like opened my eyes and realizing who I am and how I approach the markets. Realizing how I look at my trades, right? You gotta have that light bulb moment of, all right, I gotta go back to the whiteboard. I gotta go back to my drawing board, brainstorm. All right, this is how I risk, my trades. This is how I pass this funded account. This is how many trades I need to pass this funded account. This is how much I'm willing to risk. This is what I'm willing to accept as a risk. You can either be conservative or you can either be a high risk trader. And I just feel like, okay, when I got funded in April, got stage fright. Like, I've done this before, multiple times. It's just that, like, sometimes I get PTSD, like, damn, like, what if I'm just like terrible at this? And it's just another like one of those moments where you're nervous, you're anxious. So that's why I like boxing. I've always been very athletic. And my first time sparring, I didn't realize what it was, but my coach had told me like, hey, like, just don't be nervous. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, why am I gonna be nervous? I'm just out there to go fight, right? I'm out there to just apply what I've been practicing and training on my training sessions, that bag work, that mitt work. So I just didn't understand. Once I got into the ring, I went all out, right? Like punching and everything, like, and my coach, once the first round was done, coach was like, yo, like you're being nervous, just, like relax, and like you're breathing too hard. I'm like, bro, like I'm going all out, what you mean? Like, but the thing is, you gotta have a clear mind. You have to approach the markets, right, in a very calm, clear-headed way. And that's how I approached my sparring, my next round, right? It was just more calm. My breathing was a lot better. I was breathing like I was doing like 10 sprints in like 3 minutes, yo. Like, it was crazy. I was just like, damn, like what the fuck? How am I gonna like spar? So after that sparring session, I was just like, all right. I had someone record me, and I was like, all right, this is what I gotta fix. This is what I gotta like work on. I gotta work more on my conditioning. I gotta like be a lot more calm. But the way I saw that is the way I see trading too. Once I got my funded, right, it was kind of like a sparring session. Like, damn, I'm hella nervous, I'm hella anxious. I'm putting on these trades that don't even make sense to my strategy. This is not how I trade. Like, why am I changing things? I don't understand. And it's because I was nervous, I was anxious. I was just like, yo, like I'm funded, but like, damn, it took me so long to get funded again. And I got funded, but like, I need to make up those losses, right? I need to make up those losses, all those resets, all that waste of time. Like, I wanted to hurry things up. So like, I was just taking just trades that were not in my trading plan. In my trading plan, I was just not even, I was breaking rules. Like, I don't like to call them rules, actually. Like, it's a trading plan, because I'm the type of person where like there's a rule and I like to break rules. So I just don't like rules. So I call it just a trading plan. This is what I gotta follow. This is what I gotta stick with. And I feel like if I'm not disciplined in that trading plan, I feel like I'm disrespecting myself, and I'm disrespecting everybody else that believes in me. So I'm just like, damn, like, it's not even so much about like me losing all that money. It's more about like me being disappointed in myself. Like, I recorded myself a couple times during my trading sessions where I blew my accounts and stuff like that. And in my head, I'm just like, bro, you're such an asshole. Like, why are you trading this high? You know, you're risking a lot, and then you're putting on these trades that don't even make sense. Like, you don't trade like that. Why are you taking these trades? Why are you trying to trade these trades at this certain time when we don't even trade at this certain time? It might look nice right now, but that doesn't mean I gotta take some trades, you know what I mean? Like, what? So I started to realize, like, damn, like, that's because I was nervous, I was anxious, like, yo, I gotta hurry this up. I want to make this bread, I want to make these 5 figures, you know, 5 figure a week. And sometimes it's just jab work. When you're in boxing, right, you gotta get your jab right. You don't want to be all fancy, get that hook, right, get that high RR, or get that like counter punch, right, to knock out your opponent. But you never know, man. That jab is just stick with the basics.
What is that? Oh shit, what is that?
You know, it's that jab work. All those base hits. Those 101, 102s. I was over here looking for 105s, 108s, you know, risking high, and like literally just like my hands were just like this, bro, because I was stressed out, like, yo, I gotta make this work. And I was just getting mad at the markets. I'm just like, why am I getting mad, bro? Like, and I was just like, I don't care, we're gonna make this work, we're gonna make this happen. And I realized, like, yo, I'm clenching my fist. Why am I clenching my fist? And my palms are sweaty, right? And I was just like, yo, I need to chill, like, damn. So yeah, after that losing streak, right, that emotional tilt, I felt all that stress in my body, bro. Like, felt all that stress, all that anxiety, it just stuck with my body, yo. And I was forcing myself to be successful. I mean, like, man, like, these gurus will talk about, yeah, you gotta do this and that, but sometimes you're putting your health at risk. Stress is not good, guys. And trading, you gotta work under pressure. You gotta be comfortable in a stressful environment, right? But at the end of the day, health is wealth. We're trying to gain wealth, right? But with our health, we can't gain wealth. So I joined boxing in March. I joined boxing in March, mid-March, and I fell in love with it. I've always liked fighting, like, but I never understood it because I don't like fighting at the same time. Like, I don't like to hurt people, right? But I've always knew that there was something in me that I enjoyed it so much. I've always played soccer, so I always like played soccer. I just played basketball, you know, just for fun. I started getting into golf, right? But boxing took all that stress out, all those, like, you know, hitting the heavy bag and everything, understanding how to, like, shadow box, but mainly just hitting the bag, man. It's just stress reliever for sure. And I wanted to just get better at the same time. Just how much I want to be better at trading. I decided that I felt like I wanted to get better at boxing too. So that's why I highly recommend boxing, or a type of combat sport, right? Yo, get in a gym that does that. Train, practice, let all that stress out. You'll feel so much better when you come to the markets. So I live in California, so my boxing sessions are during the evenings, right? 5:30, 6:30, 5:30 to 8, depending on, like, sparring sessions or open gyms. So I decided to start training during London session. After a great boxing session, I'm in Zen mode. Like, I like, after a good ass training session, yo, like, I get, like, into the Zen state of, like, my body just feels good. I worked out hella good, right? I did that bag work. Now it's time to really, like, you know, be in the arena. When I say jab work, right, it's just sticking to the basics. And my coach would always tell me, like, hey, like, all you need is a good jab to really win a fight. So You know, just those basics, one-on-ones, one or twos. You know, I'm done for the day. If something looks good, you know, take the second trade, but that's it. We're done. We're good for the day. We had a great day if we did the one or twos on 2 trades, and that's it. I'm good. You know, I risked enough to make enough, and then I made enough, right? And that's all the risk budget that I have for that day. The accounts that I've blown, I was trading London, and I made profit, right? And I'd wake up during New York session and be like, yo, let me get a little bit more. Start being greedy. So once, you know, the markets closed, man, I was back in negative. Like, what? We were just in profit. And just because, like, New York session decided to open and I had all this time, all this free time, all this free time to myself, like, I decided to be greedy. I was just like, yo, that's nasty work. Why am I doing this to myself? I'm self-sabotaging my own success. Like, I need to do better. So I taken like, what is it, like a week off. It's NFP week this week, and I realized every time it's NFP week, markets are choppy, right? I mean, they've been choppy lately, but markets are just choppy. And if we have FOMC meeting on Wednesday, so I'm not looking to trade. I've been paper trading, yo. Like, if I'm itching to get back into the market, get into trading, I'm going into paper trading. And I feel like I'm more confident in my strategy now, because I'm like, yo, just stick to the strategy. Stick to that jab. All we need to do is just stick to that jab. And that's all I need. We know what to do. We just gotta do it. I know what I want. I just gotta go get it. And just don't complicate things. You don't have to complicate things. When you know that you have something and it works, just don't change it. You know how they say, if it's not broken, don't fix it. There you have it, guys. That's my little spiel. I hope you got something from it, because I know everybody can relate to this trading journey. You're not alone. Don't get caught up with these people making $40,000, you know, $40,000 in a week or 2 weeks. They're in their own journey, you know, and you guys don't know what they've been through, or you guys don't even know their own P&L. They might have 40K weeks. The next week around, they might have lost it all. Might have lost like 15K, half of it, going on emotional till lost it all. You know, we just don't know these people online. We really don't know these people. And I've always been real. I've always been vulnerable, right, about my trading. So I just want to approach this trading journey on YouTube very differently. So I hope you guys appreciate all the knowledge and wisdom and all the entertainment that is to come. Right now, we're just barely getting started. So keep you guys posted. More to come. Peace.